Alright, so hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, by the title, we are doing a book recommendation video. I'm so excited for this because we are doing a book recommendations based off of my playlist. I'm a music junkie, I'm a book junkie, I'm a music and a book junkie, and I love to combine them together. I'm a music listener while I read books. I love pretending like it's like a movie in my head with the music, and just I have always been a person who listens to music when I'm studying, reading, whatever. Anything I'm trying to concentrate on, I will listen to music. So obviously I would make a playlist for like my books and stuff, and just because I love music. So if you guys do want to follow me, I have my Spotify. It is Brooke Alicia, and I have all my playlists, but the playlist that we will be doing today is this one here, my Broken Hearts one. I like pain, and my books are romance books because I lack that. So I'll be showing you guys. I have a huge stack, and when I say a huge stack of recommendations, like, it's quite a bit. Some of the books I am repeating for the suggestions for the playlist and stuff, and the songs that I'm recommending, but it's just because that's what came to mind. But I'm gonna be like playing you guys the songs and also showing you guys the books that I think coexist kind of with them, and what I kind of imagined would be the inspiration of it, if that makes sense. So we're gonna jump into it. Again, if you guys want my playlist, I will leave it here on the screen as well in the down bar below. It is Brooke Alicia, but we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna give you guys the recommendations. I'm really excited. I haven't read some of these in a while, so hopefully my description is good. So let's start. We'll start off with kind of a popular song, False God by, it is a popular song. I think it's underrated, but it's False God by Taylor Swift. So let's play it. I love this.
We were crazy to think that this girl was that I'd die for you. We were stupid to jump. I can't talk to you when you're like this. I'm New York City. They say the road gets hard. Baby, might just get away.
Okay, I love that song. If I'm ever with someone, just play me that song. Okay, so I had two books that actually reminded me of that song. They're both from the Twisted series, Twisted Love, Anna Huang, and Twisted Games by Anna Huang. When I was listening to this, I was like, this book just reminds me of this, because it gives that push and pull. Kind of like, that's what this song is giving me, is push and pull. They just didn't think it was gonna be harder than it was, and also like they were kind of like trying to stay away from it, but they had like this attraction. That's what I got from this song. Like, that's what I felt when I was like listening and reading. Both of them are kind of like forbidden love. The first one is Brother's Best Friend. This is Brother's Best Friend, and then this is like Bodyguard. Like, the lyric that made me think of it was, we were crazy to think that this could work. Oh, they all warned us about times like this. They say roads get hard. And honestly, like, these books are spicy. This song is very, like, it doesn't sound spicy, but when you really pay attention, it's like, oh, it's kind of like that one song Julia Michaels, like, all the, like, heaven, all the, like, good boys go to heaven, but like the bad boys bring heaven to you. That's what False God is giving me. It's like, okay, it's spicy. Like, you don't want it, but you want it. Like, it's so good, but it's so bad at the same time. And that's what this is giving me, because Brother's Best Friend, you're hiding it. Like, it's so good, but so bad. And then Bodyguard. Like, so yeah, this song, it just gets me. The next one is kind of an underrated song, in my opinion. It is Concrete by Ben Kelsler. I love this song, and I think everyone needs to listen to it.
I don't trust myself this time of night. I've been drinking for a minute, got me holding my heart. What if I'm not ready for you? What if you don't want me at all? Hold me, falling fast and scares me. I wanna take you home to be my friend.
Oh, there was a few books that reminded me of this. Ooh, where's the other one? Oh, okay. This book reminds me of Boy Falling First, and he's like head over heels, and he wants to introduce her to everyone. Oops. Oh my bad. So the first one I have here is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I think I gave this like a 4 or 3.5 or 4 stars. I honestly, I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite. But this book reminded me of the song because the guy felt super hard for her, and she was kind of like, oh, like my career, but he was like, I want you I want everyone to know you, and then yeah, so this reminded me just like a guy falling super hard. That's what this song gave me, but being scared, and they're both scared and all that. So The Deal by Elle Kennedy, everyone knows this book, but this is what this song reminded me of. Again, boy falls very hard and wants her to be included in his life and wants his friends to know her, and he wants yeah, the one lyric that really got me with this one was I want to take you home, I want you to meet my friends, hope my words can say enough, and wish you could see inside my head. Because I feel like with these two characters, they constantly, again, they have that push and pull thing. He's trying to tell her and she's kind of like in her own way. So this guys, it's making me want to reread this book, and I love this so much. There's one more book. I have to go get it though. I left it over on my shelf. I'll be back. Hold on. Alright, so the last book for this song is Beneath the Hood by Emily McIntyre. This is the third book in the Sugar Lake series. I actually love this. This actually is a book age gap book, and I usually don't like that trope. I'm not a huge age gap lover, but this was only like a 10-year gap, so it wasn't too bad. But he falls first. He's a mechanic and he works for her dad, and she's always kind of like liked him, but he ends up falling harder than her. But yeah, this one just reminded me of it again, with the I wish you could see inside my head type of thing, because he wants to show her and she's kind of like no, and like, but she's like yeah, it's just yeah. So this one really reminded me of that. So that was that one. Oh guys, are you guys ready for this song? I don't think I'm ready. This is one of my favorite Taylor songs ever. I love it. It makes me cry. I can relate to the song and it sucks, but let's give it a go. You guys know this.
I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit. Been saying yes all the time, we're never made. I guess you never know, you really should've showed. You're never gonna grow, but we were something, don't you think so? And if my wishes came true, it would've been you. If you would've been the one.
Guys, I have a few books for this one, and it's actually pain. Okay, the first one we're gonna do is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. When I heard that song, I was like, it is this. It is this. The one by it just reminds me of you wish it could have been this person, but fate and life didn't work that way, and you didn't end up together no matter how much you wish you could be. That's what this song gave me. It is, I wish you were the one, but you just weren't. And yeah, so this is, yeah, this book just, it automatically was like, wow, this one. If you read this and you listen to the one, it is gut-wrenching and it literally will tear you apart. So yes, this one just reminded me of that. We have another Colleen Hoover book, It Ends With Us. I feel like everyone and their mom has read this book. I feel like I can't, like, I don't want to ruin the books, but I'm trying to give you guys explanations without ruining it, because I hate watching recommendations and they spoil it. So just trust me, if you like the songs, you'll love the books, because I know I do. I had one more recommendation for this song, Normal People by Sally Rooney. If you guys know how this ends, you know that this song, I wish you were the one, there's the lyric is for all of them. It's literally the main lyric. It's if it would have been fun, if you would have been the one. This song in this book, I actually will never get over it. One lyric is, but we were something, don't you think so? They started off, I'm getting it. They started off so strong, and this book, honestly, no. I actually can't do it. Like, and you know what? I hate this book because it's so realistic, and I think that's why it tears me apart.
Another day waking up alone.
Okay, I can't do pain right now, even though, honestly, my recommendations are pain. Okay, let's get this really sad one out of the way because this one crushed me, and so did the book and the song, and yet I listen to the song on repeat every night, so.
I never can picture any 25. Not like I'm looking for that sharp borderline. House to sleep at night, strong enough to hide it. Somebody notice how I'm trying, calling it fine. My brother shielded, he said he knows that I've been better. The valid thing never get.
This song honestly crushes me. If you listen to Camden, you know. But the one book that I connected with this one was The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This is a very triggering book, so if you are planning on reading it, I would just look up the trigger warnings. I was not expecting that when I read this book at all, and I absolutely love this. This is one of my 5-star reads, and yeah, I love this book so much. It reminded me of it so much because Camden really reminds me of like you're trying so hard, and it's kind of like a cry for help in a way, but no one really sees it, and you're wanting them to so badly, and you're trying so hard to be a better version of yourself, but there's so many things like your head, like there's so many things in the way that like prevents you from healing. So that's what reminded me of this book. There's also a very kind of like, it's kind of like an ironic line in the song. Oh, my brother shielded me from all of that. He said that smoking was a killer. He said he knows that I've been bitter. Because if you read this, you know like her brother was very protective of her, but he couldn't, he had no idea. And it's kind of like this, that they think that they know, like the song kind of reminds me of like they think that they know, but no one really knows what you're going through. One line that says the validation that I never get. Somebody noticed how I'm trying. No one in the book notices that she's going through this whole thing. They just think she's being a brat. And I feel like that kind of goes with this, because like not only is she struggling mentally and physically and all these things, but that's also, I feel like that's the same with Camden and stuff, is they're struggling mentally but physically as well. So, and it's just like a cry for help. So I just thought of those two. But that, yeah, this book, it's one of my favorite books and I love it. Okay, next one here. Oh, this one.
Open to double doors where I could grow up, turn it all off, bearable, if it would all stop, it would all stop. Did I fall when I called you? Cause every get too close, I just go mess it up.
The book that reminded me of this, again, was Normal People by Sally Rooney. The whole book of this is very messy, and it just lacks communication. That's like a big thing. But there was a line that says, when I told you I'm fine, you were lied to, and how could I think that what I gave you was enough? Because every time I got too close, I just go mess it up. Literally, when you think they have a chance, they don't. So that's why it reminded me of this. And they kind of both messed up the relationship. They had issues on their own, and they weren't good at communicating, and literally that's what messed it up gives me. Ooh, my foot is asleep.
Is it the old us feeling older? I never wanted closure, but you had no problem leaving. Now I'm to feel it, and I hate that you love me, that I still care. How could you think I'd be your friend?
Okay guys, you know where we're going with this one. Obviously it's a Friends to Lovers, was Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Literally the song is this book because they are childhood friends and then they stopped talking, and they both like loved each other when they were younger, and then they just stopped talking, and then it's a second chance romance with this. So this song just reminded me of it. There's a few lines. It says, I hate the way that you love me, and I hate that I still care. Funny how you feel like we would ever talk again. How do you think I'd be your friend? Yeah, it kind of has a double meaning, like how could I just be your friend after what just happened, but also how could I be your friend after what you did to me? So there's like the double meaning with this song, as well as how it connects to the book. Yeah, I love this. I really loved this book, and it reminded me of this. We have here is Older by Gracie Abrams. Oh, this song.
Pinch me and fell into my arms. We were so good, weren't we? Till it just stopped working. Never quite let me in. I stopped waving the full carrot. I went quiet, went cold. That happened. Older.
I swear Gracie just like writes songs based off of books. But the book I thought for this one was All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. Ooh, that sounded weird, Hoover. But basically this is kind of like a second chance love. This couple their marriage is basically failing, and they have a lot of issues, and they're going back between the past and the present, when they first fell in love, and where things started to go wrong in their marriage now. So yeah, again, this is a very realistic book to me. I feel like a lot of couples go through this, But the part that really got me into this was We Were So Good, Weren't We? Till it just stopped working. They were so good in the beginning. It was like fate when they first met. And it was like, wow, like we were meant to be together. That's how they felt when they first fell in love. And then they just stopped working because of this issue that they had. I went quiet and you went cold. Guess that's happened when we get older. And it just, there's this whole situation that just makes the wife just go completely like numb, cold. Yeah, I really love this. This is again one of my like close to 5-star reads. I just loved it. But yeah, this song just reminded me of that because it was like they were tiptoeing around each other, and they, as they got older, it's kind of like they like despised each other and they hated each other, and they were trying to make it work, and it just, you know, they just had so many issues. So that was that. This is a long recommendations video. Guys, I know y'all know this song. This song blew up. I knew this song when it first came out, like on her album. You already know this. You already know this.
Ceilings, can't you make it move faster? Lovely to be so as you. You're kinda cute. Ray, kiss me in your car. Start a movie, but it's over. You kiss me, movie, but it's over. You don't exist.
This song is for the hopeless romantics, okay? It is. It's when you imagine something in your head, a relationship, when you see a lover, whatever. This song is literally imagining shit in your head or being the hopeless romantic. You're playing a movie in your head. This song is for me. Yeah, this is why I have yeah, this is for the crazies like me. But there's 2 books that I thought reminded me of this, which was Everything by Nicola Yoon, or I think that's how I'm pronouncing it right. But you guys, this was based off a book and it turned into a movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. I love this, but yeah, this just reminded me of it. The main character, Maddie, she couldn't leave her house or anything, so a lot of the, like, she read books and watched a lot of movies and stuff, so a lot of the time she imagined things in her head. And then she met this guy, and she, again, when they were talking, she was imagining things in her head as well while they were talking. So I love this. It's one of my favorite books, and hi, I love him. But yeah, this book, it just reminded me of this because she imagines a lot in her head because she can't leave her house. Another one is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is one of my 5-star reads. I love it. Lynn Painter is one of my favorite authors. The main character, Liz, is a hopeless romantic. She watches movies, she reads books, and she wants her love life to be like a movie, which don't we all? Honestly, this main character is me. She just imagines, she wants that perfect moment when they meet. She just wants all the stops, and she wants her romantic life to be a movie, and she wants the guy that she meets to be this, like, friends to lovers, like childhood, it's fate. Like, that's what this is giving me. So I just thought that this reminded me of it. This is a very underrated song of Lizzie's, and it's called I Don't Know You At All.
I don't know your phone number. I don't think I ever did. Or if you could. Feels like been through war, been right here, but I don't even know you at all.
This song just reminds me of someone that you thought you knew, but you didn't know them at all. Or just you don't know them, or again, kind of like you imagined like you knew them and you didn't. So I had 2 books that reminded me of this. They're both by Colleen Hoover. The first one is November 9th. Yeah, this one it really reminded me of this because it's these 2 strangers that meet on November 9th, and they don't stay in contact at all throughout the whole year. But every year on November 9th, they meet up and they tell each other everything about each other that happened in that year. They think they know each other, and then this huge secret comes out, and then they're like, I didn't even know you at all. Like, and that just, it reminded me of the song because it was like, I don't even know you at all. They don't even have each other's phone numbers. They don't know anything. They did know each other, but they just didn't know each other, if that makes sense. And the other one was Ugly Love by, again, Colleen Hoover. It just reminded me of it because this one was like this is like a brother's best friend. Again, this has trigger warnings in it as well as this one. This one, it was like a friends with benefits, but they weren't even friends type of thing. And as they went on with like hooking up and stuff, they started to catch feelings for each other, but they actually had not, like, they didn't know anything about one another really. This was like, it feels like we've been through war together. If you read it, it's like, oh my god, like, whoa. Right Where You Left Me by Taylor Swift.
Friends break up, friends get, strangers get bored. I'm right where you left me. Let's turn and stick to where you left me. Still at the rabbit in a corner, moved on. I stayed there, expected to find somewhere you left me.
This song reminded me of Final Offer by, I was like, I thought I read it wrong. Final Offer by Lauren Asher. She's one of my favorite authors. This is the third book in the Dreamland Billionaires series, but this is Second Chance Lovers, and that's just what reminded me of the song, because she stayed in the town that they like originally kind of met in, and when he came back, it was like nothing happened. Like, and yeah, that's just, it reminded me of that, because it was kind of like he abandoned her like when they were younger. It was like nothing happened, but also everything happened. Everybody moved on and I stayed there. Yeah, this just, it reminded me of the song and I love it. Okay, Falling by Harry Styles.
I'm in my bed and you're not here, and there's no one to blame. Drinking my wine, forget what I said. What am I, someone I wanna run. I'm falling.
Okay, so the book that reminded me of that song was Stealing Home by Harlow Cole. This is the second book in the St. Michael's duet. This is one of my favorite books as well, and this is, the first book is when they're younger, and then this book is like the present, I guess, slash when they're older. So this is like the Second Chance Lovers book. There's no one to blame but the drink in my wandering hands. A lot of it was the guy struggled with addiction, and they just couldn't be together anymore because of something that happened, and then they see each other again, and then it goes, I'm falling again, because they end up falling in love with each other again, which is what, it just reminded me of this. But yeah, I really love this. It's a really good book. You guys should definitely read it. And then we have one more song, guys, which is Best by Gracie Abrams.
I wish I were my mind. You were there. You were the worst of my crime. You fell hard, good, written. I never rest to you. Feelings are them golden.
Okay, so this song reminded me of, honestly, enemies to lovers, and knowing that you are horrible to them, but you still love them in a way, and then you realize how you treated them, and you know that you weren't the best to them. So this song just gave me enemies to lovers, so that is what these recommendations are. So this one is The Sweetest Oblivion by Danielle Laurie. This is the first book in the Maid series. This is a mafia book. Enemies to lovers again. He was like always telling her what to do and all of that. Reading it, you know it's toxic, but I love myself a good dark romance. Like, I'm like, if anyone treated me like this, I'd be like, absolutely not. But like here, I'm like, I fold. And I fold. And then again, this one is King and Wrath by Anna Huang. Again, another enemies to lovers. This one though was like, oh my god, like he hates her. Basically, he was a billionaire CEO, and he was forced to marry his ex-lover's sister. Yeah, he absolutely hates her, and he wants to make her life miserable. Yeah, they both hate each other, so that's this one. But guys, that was the recommendations video. That was so long. It says an hour long. I don't know how long it's actually going to be, but I feel like it's going to be a pretty long recommendations video. I had so much fun though. I love, again, mixing my music with my books. I do it, so yeah, but I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any recommendations for me, definitely leave them in the comments down below. Also, if you guys want like a bookshelf tour, I will do that for you guys. I have so many bookshelves and books and stuff, so that is coming soon. But yeah, I love y'all so much. Don't forget to love yourself. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out, scouts. Bye.